Hello, it's Lindsay. I'm just going to see if I can turn this down a bit so there's not as much glare. You can still see, can't you? Let me just check. Yeah, and there's not as much glare on that. Welcome. So this is just directly after a waffly film about how to make a robin, how to scrap fabric, but I'm sure it was alright. And this is a flip through of a very old journal. This is the first, is it the first, or it might have been the second journal that I made in this craft room. So it's, and we've been here 3 years, 3.5 years. So it's an early journal, and it's the first ever no sew journal that I made. And it's just it's like a rower pocket. You'll see when I open it up. It has elements to it that I don't do anymore. There's like all this grunginess I don't bother with. I think that this might even be the one that started to turn me off it, really, that I don't do that anymore. But it also has bits that I just love to do. So like this is things I get out of books. We've done a video about that. All of these bits are from magazines, and this is my stamping on book pages. So yeah, so join me. Let's have a flip through. It's not a very big long one, but it's got some nice tags and things and some simple things, and you know, you might think, oh, I've got things like that, I could make something similar. So the structure of it is it's very simple. It's got two sort of roundy tags at the front and the back, and then it's sort of attached by I don't even think it's masterboarded. Is it masterboarded? It's like scrapbook paper on one side and brown paper on the other that I put paint on it. It's very rudimentary, but it's absolutely fine. Some of the paper I used was really thick vintage children's book page. It's almost like board pages. This is like a stamped element that I've just sort of coloured in to make the ticket look different colours. Loads of vintage stamps. And there's some things in here that I've not made that I got in my first ever swap. So, here we go. So this is Good Little Dream. I'm heavily using the things out of the books. I need to put a thing on there. Listen to the Beautiful Story. And these bits are all from magazines. Vintage stamp with the word Queen. This is really interesting. So the tags, some of the tops of the tags are actually from an advertisement that was selling tag shapes. I just cut the tags out, you know. At this point, all I had was old books and magazines, and I was just beginning to collect stamps. And I had like the Tim Holtz vintage photo, and I think tea dye, and some watercolour, really. Not a lot at all. So there we go. Belly band made from the same type of stuff that the book is made out of. I like the way that layers. I don't like all of this. And it's good to look back, and this is probably why I don't necessarily give everything away, because I like to look back at like how I've changed and my style's developed, and what, you know, it reminds me of doing some things. Like I like this layered magazine look with the book pages. I think that's quite effective, but I don't like the ultra grunge. So this is a tag I actually made at my old job during lunchtime. That I put the ribbon on when I got home, and this bit when I got home, because that's from an old chandelier in our old house in the living room. So this is some elephants that were probably not very happy, and they arrived to Cambridge on a train, and they were walked down, there's a big road called Hills Road that turns into Regent Street. And then they would turn, what road is that? Is it Lensfield Road? And then they were going to the park, I think. Or were they going right through Cambridge? to Midsummer Common. I don't know. They would have walked. I know they walked down Hills Road and then onto Regent Street. Yeah. And the little bits are bits that I would cut out for the old people to do sticking with, and then raffle tickets. And this, I used to do reminiscence with them about the city, but the photograph was too small, so that's why I printed them off, and I was like, oh, that's too small, I need to print them off bigger. And then I thought, oh, I'll just sit here and cut it out in my lunchtime. And that happened. So that was alright. I must have had some paint that I just splashed on it. This is just simply from a magazine that was in an advertisement. These are more magazine-y bits. I don't know if that's from a magazine. It feels like it is. Or is that one of my stamps? It could be either. Anyway, it's just this little tuck spot type pocket. Put that up that way, or else it won't. I had this on display for a long time in my craft room. I used to like looking at it. So this bit here, so the bit in the background is something that I got in a swap, so the bit with a stitch in it, and then this bit here and this bit here is something I've stuck on the top of it, and I did the cut because it was like one big tag to make that pocket. And then this is just simple, I cut it out of a magazine. No matter how long the winter, spring is sure to follow, and that's just a proverb. And I put it on the back of a old vintage book page. Make a little round tag. This is a tag made by my swap partner. Just a masterboard with a... I don't do this. I've got 3 sewing machines. I could do it. I just have an aversion to sewing machines. Nice tab. I could do with a tab punch. I might put that on my Christmas list actually. I don't know if this is a magazine or a book page. I think it might be a book page. And then some stamped elements. This is just a stamp out, cut out pair of scissors. This is from a magazine. Your dream is outside your comfort zone, isn't that the truth? And this is the back cover or the front cover, depending on which way you're going to do it. So this tag is actually cut out from a magazine, even with the tag bit there, and I've backed it onto some card so it kind of lifts it up. And then this is a little stamped bit, it's like trimmed off the bottom of a stamp ticket, and these bits are from a magazine. And then there's stamped elements from book pages and more stamps just sort of to build it up. And then this big round thing is from a magazine as well. It's quite effective. So you can see the round shape of the tag that was made with old book pages kind of stuck together for the front and back cover. And there's some more tags, and this is where I really like, as I was doing it I was like, oh, you've ruined that. So it says, let's go and dream wonderingly. These are all words that you know, that wouldn't have been a sentence. I've just cut out the words and just sort of put things together, so it doesn't really make sense, but it is kind of, yeah. Don't know what that little bit of gold foiling is on the bottom. Washi sticker, I don't know. But that's that one. And that's got Tim Holtz tea dye on it. And I just, yeah. I even put some water on because it was an oxide ink and it didn't do anything. So that's when I kind of really started to fall out with it. So this is more magazine images, because like I said, that's all really I had. And book page, so even the buttons all sort of built up. And that's another one of those tags from the advertisement that as is that. And they're only like half a tag, but I thought, yeah, but that's like the top of a tag. Like, really useful. What's this one? This is again a similar thing. Tag from the advertisement, and then like buttons, all these bits. That's from a magazine. And then there's got some real stamps, and that's a real stamp. And then this is a bit of old writing. Don't know where I got that from. think that went like that. There we go. This is from a magazine, and then we've got a stamp ticket that again has been heavily distressed with vintage photo, as is the bits here. I think the swap partner did that and then I distressed it, and I definitely remember cutting that to fit it in. This is another tag that I made during a lunchtime. I think this is another little bit from that elephant. It was like the same photo. Cute little tag though. That's a nice belly band. Big bit from a magazine, more magazine, and these are tickets stamped onto book page, and all the magazine bits have been stuck onto book page, and it just sort of elevates it, makes it a bit different. A very simple tag made from book page and magazine of a tag. This is the final pocket. I like that. Again, this is from that magazine image. Real stamps, bits from books, and then these are all magazine bits and pieces. And I think this is one that Tracy did, my swap partner. As is this, is from the swap. And that's back to the beginning. So there we go. It's a very simple one. And I wanted to show this because I was going to show... Have I got it with me? What was it? I was going to show this one. Oh, did I show this one? I don't think I have. I was going to show this one. I'll check through, and if I've not done... Because I've made over 100 videos at this point, so I'm a bit like, don't know if I've done that one. I will do this one because I want to do something similar for Christmas time. Do I? I don't know. I have too many ideas and not enough time. But... for November, unless I do that for, or do a combination thereof, I want to do Meg's No So November, just to add a little bit of structure. I'm going to be a bit loosey-goosey. I'll do it in my plans video on Wednesday. But the reason I've showed you this is because I think we're going to make something like this together. Or something like that, something like this. I don't know. Both journals were in my mind of, oh, I could do it like that. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little flip through of an old journal. Do you keep your old journals, or do you get rid of them? Do you like give them away? I rip them up sometimes. They get reincarnated into something slightly different. I don't know how this one's not escaped that. I think it's because everything is in the same condition with the over distressing. So that I'm like, there's no point ripping it up. And there are things I like about it. And that, you see, I have this stamp because it's come from a stamping magazine, but it's actually a lot smaller, so I like that the image is bigger. Yeah. Because you could do that yourself, couldn't you? But there you go. I will put this out on Monday, so it'll be Monday. Happy Monday. We're still in the last few days of the Vintage Button Now Complete advent calendar giveaway. There will be another giveaway that everybody can take part in towards Christmas, where I'm going to do some scanning of my old stuffs and make like an A4 sheet up with lots of old bits for you to, and then we'll do a project with it. Yeah. Watch on Wednesday, and I'll have some plans. Oh, I like that, watch on Wednesday. I like alliteration. Okay. I will see you on Wednesday. I'm going to go and have a cup of tea and see what I need to do before I get ready for work tomorrow. I'll make some dinner. Alright then, people. I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.